Life moves fast, seasons change, careers rise and fall, and sometimes we forget to enjoy what's happening in the present moment. The game of basketball gives meaning and value to those who love and make an incredible living playing the sport at the highest level. But behind those jerseys are real people whose impact and legacies, for many close to them, elevated way beyond the hardwood. As we remember the NBA players who passed away in 2025, we celebrate their journeys, their impact beyond basketball, and the lasting imprint they left in this world. Starting with Barry Kramer of the San Francisco Warriors and New York Knicks, the greatest basketball player to ever come out of Schenectady, New York, about 20 miles north from Albany, went to Lindor High School in his hometown where he played ball with Pat Riley.
He's better than I.
The NYU standout was the nation's second leading scorer as a junior, drafted 7 overall in the 1964 draft, played 52 total NBA games, 7 with the ABA. When the Knicks offered him a new contract, the 22-year-old declined. Elected to attend Albany Law School, still played ball on the side against future NBA legends like Dave Bing, Julius Erving, and Elvin Hayes. When it came to his real path in life, the 6'4" small forward transitioned from the basketball court to the state Supreme Court, became an attorney, later appointed to a surrogate court judgeship in Schenectady, New York by Governor Mario Cuomo in 1993. In 2009, Kramer was elected as a justice of the New York State Supreme Court in the state's 4th highest judicial district. His philosophies in life all about education, reading books, and making sure you augmented playing sports with something more important. Kramer died January 4th with his loving family by his side. He was 82. Gus Williams, most notable, playing for the Seattle Supersonics, also played 2 seasons with Golden State, Washington, spent his final year in Atlanta. The Mount Vernon, New York native, played college ball at USC, most remembered about his resiliency, selected 20th overall as a second-round pick. Even all-time GMs like Jerry West and Red Auerbach passed up on the future 2-time All-Star. His lightning speed and style of play, not geared for most NBA system. As a score-first point guard back in the day, Gus just way ahead of his time. The 6'2" shooting guard immediately proved doubters wrong, came in second for Rookie of the Year voting, became a free agent after his second season, resulting in the best offseason pickup in Seattle Sonics history. Formed an incredible backcourt partnership with defensive Dennis Johnson. The duo shared tremendous playoff success, captured the 1979 title. Williams balled out, averaged nearly 27 points, put up 29 in the finals, a clutch performer in individual brilliance, made first team All-NBA in 1982, solidified himself as one of the best guards for his era. Williams, also known for sitting out the entire 81 season due to contract disputes, team went from 56 wins to just 34 without him. When coming back, Seattle won 52. Williams had his number 1 jersey retired by the Sonics in 2004. In February 2020, Gus suffered a severe stroke, moved to an assistant care in Baltimore. The Sonics Legend Fund helped cover healthcare costs due to heavy medical bills. Williams also battled with pneumonia and meningitis. Unfortunately, passed away after a 5-year battle. January 15th, he was 71. John Shumate, born in South Carolina but grew up in Elizabeth, New Jersey, raised in a religious household. His dad, a minister. After being already 6'5" as a 15-year-old high schooler, Shumate's dad finally convinced by his uncle to allow his son to hoop in gyms around Jersey. As his 5 sisters went to church, Shumate traveled all around the tri-state area playing ball, took his talents to Notre Dame. The 6'9" power forward, despite having just 4 years of pickup experience before stepping foot in college, dealt with serious adversity. After suffering a viral infection near his heart, eventually recovered, returned to the court as a junior, averaged 21 and 12, then 24 and 11, helped end the UCLA's 88-game win streak, became the 4th pick in the 1974 draft, played 7 seasons for 5 different teams, posted numbers of over 12 and 7, battled with blood clots, sitting out the entire 1979 season. After his playing days, Shumate coached for multiple colleges, Grand Canyon, SMU, assistant for the Raptors and Suns, also coached the WNBA. Shumate passed away February 3rd at 72 after battling dementia. Junior Bridgeman, arguably the most successful former player post-playing career, not due to what he accomplished on the court, but by his business success and wealthy-minded attitude. The zero-time NBA All-Star from East Chicago, Indiana, an excellent player at the small forward spot, spent 10 of his 12 seasons with the Milwaukee Bucks, had 9 years putting up over double figures, earned just over $350,000 a year in his highest earning NBA season, didn't have the name or fame, pursue his investments super low-key, spend his off seasons spending time studying the business side of the fast food industry, even worked at some Wendy's as an employee to gain experience figuring out how things operate. Bridgeman became president of the Players Association and involved with the CBA, learning the ins and outs of the franchise restaurant business. By the end of his career, Bridgeman already opened up 3 Wendy's restaurants. As owner and CEO of Bridgeman's Food Incorporated, Jr. built his own restaurant empire, operated over 450 restaurants from Wendy's to Chili's, an independent bottler for Coca-Cola, also brought a stake in the Milwaukee Bucks franchise last season, had a net worth over $1.4 billion at the time of his passing after suffering a heart attack while attending a scouting event. Despite being gone at 71 years old, Bridgeman's incredible entrepreneurship, forever known as one of the most business-savvy-minded professional athletes, excelling his business ventures at the highest, the Louisville native, one of the most influential and inspiring figures in the world of sports and business, all mixed in one. Oliver Miller, known for his size, the 6'9" center best remembered for being part of the '93 Phoenix Suns finals team, born in Fort Worth, Texas, balled out in Arkansas, led the Razorbacks to the Final Four, helped his Suns win a comeback first-round series as a rookie versus the Lakers, spent 9 seasons in the NBA, averaged 13-7 in his prime with the '96 Raptors, at his peak weight as much as 380 pounds, played in different leagues. His last basketball stint, 2010, was a car salesman in Arizona. After his playing days on March 12, 2025, at just 54 years old, the former center passed away after a battle with cancer. Slick Watts, Donald Earl Slick Watts, born in Rolling Fork, Mississippi, remembered as one of the most recognizable players in the NBA during the 70s, the pesky defender suffered a football injury that damaged his scalp at age 13, leading him to shaving his head early in life, went to Xavier College in Louisiana. Undrafted in 1973, the 6'1" point guard refused to give up on his dream. His college coach, Bob Hopkins, had a cousin, none other than the legendary Bill Russell, who was coaching the Sonics at the time. Russell gave Watts a chance to try out and paid off. Finished third for Rookie of the Year, became a league standout, was even the first player to lead the league in assists and steals the same season in 1976, earned Defensive First Team. The bald head with the tilted headband brought a lot of swag. Traded to New Orleans, then Houston in 1979, left the league at age 27 after a bad knee injury during the 77 season. After retirement, Watts became a phys ed teacher in the Seattle area, selected to the Sonics' 40th anniversary team, battled through tough health conditions later in life, dealt with sarcoidosis in 2001, suffered a major stroke 2021, died March 15, he was 73. Vernon Hatton, the Kentucky native, led the Wildcats to the 1958 national title, picked 9 in the '58 draft. The 6'3" guard played 4 seasons in the league. His number 52 jersey hangs in the Raptors in Rupp Arena. After retiring from ball, worked in real estate and auctioning of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, passed away March 21st, age 89. Dick Barnett, the Hall of Famer, played 14 seasons in the association, born in Gary, Indiana, Grew up working at a steel mill, making deliveries, attended Tennessee State, the 5th pick in the 59 draft, spent 9 seasons with the Knicks, first 2 with Syracuse and 3 with the Lakers. The 6'4" shooting guard posted career numbers of 15.8 points, a one-time All-Star in 1968, won 2 titles with the 70 and 73 Knicks, averaged as high as 23.1 points during the 66 campaign, had his number 12 jersey retired in Madison Square Garden, remembered as one of the best shooters for his time, played both ends of the floor, later earned a master's degree from NYU, a doctorate in education at Fordham, taught at Baruch and St. John's University, both my alma maters. His lifelong dedication to the game earned him a spot at the Naismith Memorial Hall of Fame as of last year. A couple months after, Barnett passed away, April 27, he was 88. Stan Love, the father of Kevin Love, the LA native's older brother Mike Love, part of the iconic group that formed the Beach Boys. Stan, a 6'9" forward, played college hoops at Oregon, became the 9th pick in the 1971 draft, had a 4-year career stint with the Baltimore Bullets, the team he was drafted to, also played with the Lakers and Spurs of the ABA. Remembered for his close friendship with NBA legend Wes Unseld, his son Kevin's middle name, Wesley, came from the NBA Hall of Famer himself, 2 of the best outlet passers the league has ever seen. Stan, a career 7-4 guy, passed away in Lake Oswego, Oregon, after a long degenerative illness, April 27. He was 76. Larry Johnson, not the one everyone's thinking of, but Larry O'Neal Johnson Sr., the 6'3" shooting guard, Kentucky native, was the 24th pick in the 77 draft, played 4 total NBA games for the Buffalo Braves, spent most of his pro career overseas in Japan before transitioning to coach. Johnson passed away April 29th, he was 70. David Greenwood, the 6'9" forward, balled out at UCLA, one of Coach John Wooden's last great recruits, the 2nd pick of the 79 draft. Behind the great Irvin Magic Johnson, the Cali native played 12 seasons in the NBA, made an immediate impact as a rookie for the Bulls, averaged over 16-9, spent 6 seasons in the Windy City, teammates with Michael Jordan during MJ's rookie year, traded for George Gervin in '85. Greenwood, known for being one of the marquee Bulls players before the Jordan era, a career 10-8 guy, was a reserve, winning a title with the 1990 Pistons, also played briefly with Denver the year before that. Following his playing days, Greenwood owned several Blockbuster video stores and coached high school hoops. Greenwood died from cancer in Riverside, California on June 8th. He was 68. Ryan Reid, the 6'8" power forward out of Fort Lauderdale Lakes, Florida, a Florida State standout, selected in the 2nd round of the 2010 draft, 57 pick by the Pacers, traded to the Thunder, played 5 contests in the association, spent time with the Tulsa 66ers G League team, later overseas in Canada, France, Japan, and Puerto Rico. Reid had a medical emergency, later revealed suffered from a heart attack. Reid left this world July 9, 2025. He was only 38. Bill Chamberlain, no relations to the great Wilt Chamberlain, the only other player with the iconic Chamberlain last name to play in the NBA. William Martin Chamberlain, born in New York, growing up in the mid-1960s, the 6'6" talent dominated at Rucker Park, took his talents to Chapel Hill, became MVP, winning the NIT title in '71, also led the Tar Heels to the '72 Final Four. Drafted by both the NBA and ABA, the small forward elected to start out his pro career with the ABA. His career turned for the worse as a rookie for the Kentucky Colonials, chased the loose ball out of bounds and slipped on the edge of the arena's hockey ring. The collision left him with 2 ruptured discs, spent 8 weeks at the hospital. After a stint overseas, Chamberlain spent a season with the Phoenix Suns, lasting 28 games, coached after, later worked in health and safety. Chamberlain passed away July 13th at 75. Larry Jones, most notable playing in the ABA, the first to reach 5,000 career points. Started playing ball regularly in high school as a senior, only 6'2", playing forward, balled out for Toledo, overlooked by the bigger programs, became the 43rd pick in the 63 draft, re-entered in 64, picked 20th by the Sixers, cut after a season with the team after averaging under 6 a game, played in the Eastern Pro Basketball League for 2 seasons before dominating in the American Basketball Association, a bucket getter, scored 30 or more in 23 straight games, 3-time ABA All-Star, came back to the NBA during the 73-74 campaign with the Sixers, where he averaged 10 points, finished off his career overseas in Europe. Jones coached in many different leagues after retirement, worked as a state corrections officer in Columbus, inducted into the Ohio Basketball Hall of Fame in 2011. Jones died August 16th. He was 83. Kim Hughes, born and raised in Illinois, played college ball at Wisconsin. The 45th pick of the 74 draft, played in Italy before a season with the ABA, winning a title with Dr. J's Nets, spent 5 seasons in the NBA as a reserve, lasted till 1981, but continued playing overseas in Italy until 89. Hughes then worked as an assistant coach for several teams like the Nuggets, Bucks, Clippers, and Blazers. In 2004, Hughes was diagnosed with prostate cancer while working with the Clippers at the time as an assistant, but unfortunately, disgraceful owner Donald Sterling refused to cover the cost of his surgery. Several Clipper players with their kind hearts, including Corey Maggette, Chris Kaman, Marco Yarich, and Elton Brand, chipped in to pay for Hughes' emergency surgery. The cost was about $70,000. Being in a life and death situation, kudos to the players for stepping up and looking out for their team. None of those guys wanted any recognition. Knowing it was only the right thing to do, the news didn't break out until after it happened. Hughes had his entire prostate removed, didn't miss training camp. Those players saved his life, he told the Journal Times. Hughes passed away August 29th. He was 73. Whitey Bell, the 6-foot point guard out of Kentucky, attended college at NC State, played in 36 total NBA games across 2 seasons with the Knicks in 60 and 61, then balled for the American Basketball League, nicknamed Popeye, married for 67 years, worked 40 years with the state of North Carolina in the probation and parole department, as tough as any man could be. As a faithful husband and lover of Christ, Bell passed September 3rd. He was 92. Lawrence Moten, the Washington, D.C. native, balled out at Syracuse from 1991 to 95 as a 6'5" guard/forward, graduated as the Big East all-time leading scorer, netted double figures, 118 of 121 collegiate games, remembered as one of the best players in Orange program history, nicknamed Poetry. Many used to call him Poetry in Moten. The shooting guard became the 36th pick in the 95 draft, where he spent 2 seasons with the Vancouver Grizzlies and 8 games with Washington, posted averages of 6.3 points, bounced around different leagues, spent time coaching, worked with middle school youth in central New York, had his number 21 jersey retired in 2018 at the Carrier Dome. Moten passed away in Washington, D.C. He was 53. Lenny Wilkens, the Hall of Famer and all-time basketball legend, left the game better than the way he found it. Leonard Randolph Wilkens, best remembered as a 3-time Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Famer, first as a player, then as head coach, and also third being part of the 92 Dream Team as an assistant. Named to the NBA's 50th anniversary team and also top 75, the 6'1" Brooklyn, New York native also named one of the 15 greatest coaches in NBA history, the only person to be both top 75 as a player and also top 15 as coach. Wilkens reached the pinnacle of basketball excellence unlike anybody this world has ever seen. Growing up in Bedford-Stuyvesant, the 2-time All-American balled out at Providence College. His number 14 jersey retired by the college in 1996. Drafted 6th overall by the St. Louis Hawks in the 60 draft. The 9-time All-Star made the playoffs consistently throughout the decade, but never reached the finals. Finished as high as 2nd for MVP voting behind Wilt Chamberlain in 1968. After 8 seasons with St. Louis, traded to the Sonics, spent 4 seasons in Seattle before playing 2 with Cleveland, ended his final year in Portland. Wilkens, forever known for his IQ, passing, and ability to finish left, the floor general, also a player coach. Counting 1969, Wilkens coached in the NBA for 5 decades, led the 79 Sonics to their first championship, taught the game from a player's perspective, also spent time with Cleveland, Atlanta, Toronto, and New York, an absolute class act, humble, elegant, clever, and a great leader. By 1995, Wilkens surpassed the legendary Red Auerbach to becoming the all-time leaders in coaching wins, a record he held till retirement. Being successful at every aspect of the game, Wilkens left this world November 9th at his home in Washington. He was 88. Michael Ray Richardson, known as Sugar Ray, one of the most talented players to ever play the game, unfortunately forever known for being the first NBA superstar banned from the league. Born in Texas, went to high school in Denver, Colorado, played college at Montana, selected 4th in the 1978 draft, picked by the Knicks, promoted as the Knicks' Walt Frazier. By his second season, led the league in steals and assists, a relentless competitor, had all the confidence to go up against anybody, any team, known for the acrobatic finishes, sweet dimes, and smothering defense. Richardson made the All-Star team from his 2nd to 4th season, a 3-time steals champion, but unfortunately dealt with off-court troubles with substance abuse, got caught up in the party scene, shifted to Golden State, became lonely. The franchise even had private detectives following him around when he's out. Spent half a season there before traded to the Nets. His game heavily diminished, went to rehab, cut by New Jersey, then reinstated. Had a short bounce back, led his team to a first-round upset over the defending champion Sixers in '84. Averaged 20 points, 8 assists, 3 steals in the '85 season. The comeback player of the year, sadly had to go to rehab again after a third failed drug test, suffered the consequences of being banned, but Richardson balled out overseas in Europe until the remarkable age of 46, redeemed himself nicely, became head coach for several different leagues, an unbelievable player that cost himself a Hall of Fame career. Michael Ray might well be the greatest NBA talent to have never been inducted into the Hall of Fame. Richardson passed away November 11th in Oklahoma after a brief battle with prostate cancer. He was 70. Rodney Rogers, the 6'7" forward, most notable as one of the best 6 men for his era, the 6'7", 240-pound super physical lefty, known for his versatility, can shoot from outside, finish with ease around the rim, the Wake Forest standout from Durham, North Carolina, 9th overall pick in the '93 draft, career 11-point scorer, played for 7 different teams, went to the '03 finals with the Nets, spent a dozen seasons in the association. Just 3 years after retirement, Rogers got into a serious dirt bike accident in 2008, his spinal cord severely damaged, leaving him paralyzed from the shoulders down. At just the young age of 37, Rodney remained positive for 17 years after the injury, led to the establishment of a foundation bearing his name, promoting growth and resiliency. Rogers became an inspiration to many. He passed away November 21st from natural causes linked to his spinal cord injury. He was 54. Elden Campbell, the power forward / center, played 15 seasons in the NBA. Most notable for his time with the Los Angeles Lakers, the LA native played college ball at Clemson, the 27th pick in the 1990 draft. The 6'11" big was a rookie, joined the Lakers' 91 finals run, career 10-6 guy. The starting power forward joined the early Shaq and Kobe days, traded in '99 alongside Eddie Jones for the Glenn Rice package. Campbell started with the Hornets until age 33, bounced around with Seattle, New Jersey, and Detroit, won the 2004 title as a role player, backing up Ben Wallace, retired from the league in 2005. The Big Easy, known for his smooth, calm, and steady presence and play style, had a private life after retirement. In an extremely tragic circumstance, Campbell sadly passed away December 2nd from drowning while going out fishing in Florida. His death ruled accidental. He was only 57. Bob Allen, The Port Huron, Michigan native balled at Marshall, played a season with the San Francisco Warriors in 68-69, 27 total games. The 6'9" power forward rejected an offer from the Baltimore Bullets, worked with Ashland Global, an oil company in Kentucky, where Allen was employed for 36 years. Also spent a lot of time in Huntington, West Virginia. Allen passed away in Nicholsonville, Kentucky, December 9th. He was 79. Norton Barnhill, born in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, the Washington State standout, was a natural shooting guard at 6'3", taken with the 134th pick of the 76 draft, played 4 total NBA games before getting released since he was competing for a roster spot with future all-time great Dennis Johnson, played in Argentina until 1986, passed away December 22nd, he was 72. Former players drafted by the NBA but didn't play in the league. Ricky Gallen, first Tampa native drafted into the NBA, the 7-foot Louisville standout, taken 51st in 1978 by Buffalo, served in the Boys and Girls Club of Tampa Bay, involved heavily with the youth, inducted into the Sports Club of Tampa Bay's Hall of Fame in 2019, passed away January 10th, he was 67. Ephraim Winters, the Chicago native, won McDonald's All-American Game MVP in 1982. The 6'9" power forward played 4 seasons at Illinois, drafted in the 4th round of the 86 draft, never played in the NBA, worked for a construction company after his basketball career. Winters passed away January 27th after battling illness. He was 61. Kevin Braswell, the 4-year Georgetown standout, didn't play a game in the NBA, but a 14-year pro, undrafted in 2002, suited up in preseason for the Raptors and Heat, coached after his playing days. Braswell underwent emergency heart surgery in Japan back in January, remained in the hospital, and unfortunately passed away February 24th. He was 46. Andy Wolf, the 99 pick when the NBA was the BAA back in 1948, the Cal Berkeley superstar, earned his law degree and practiced in Oakland for the rest of his life until retirement. Wolf passed away March 10th. He was 99. Dwayne Collins, the Miami native, played for the Hurricanes. The final pick in the 2010 draft by the Phoenix Suns, never suited up in an actual NBA game. A couple summer league contests, worked as a superintendent in New Jersey, passed away sadly April 17th. The cause of death wasn't announced, but a suspected heart attack. He was only 37. Larry Miller, the 6'4" guard, didn't play in the league, but spent 7 years with the ABA, played for 4 different teams, career averages of 13.6 points. Worked in real estate construction after retirement, was once the winner on a dating game, and was known during the younger years to be a ladies' man. He was coached by Will Chamberlain in San Diego back in '74. Both of them absolutely put up monster numbers off the court. The UNC legend never married or had children. Miller passed away May 11th. He was 79. Nolan Ellison rejected a deal with the NBA despite getting drafted in 1963, taught high school in Kansas, later was president of Seattle Central Community College at the young age of 31, known for being one of the most outstanding educational leaders in the country. Ellison died June 12th at 83. Billy Tyndall, the first player out of UMass to be drafted into the NBA, the 6'5" forward selected by the Hawks in the 10th round of the '68 draft, also ran track in college, passed June 29th, he was 79. Graylin Warner, born in Mississippi, played at Louisiana at Lafayette, a 6th-round selection by the Sonics. Warner never played in the NBA, but balled with the CBA and overseas, worked as a truck driver, died of prostate cancer July 17th, he was 62. George Raveling, the Villanova standout, was an 8th-round pick in the 1960 draft, never played but coached in college, best remembered for having the original typewritten copy of Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech before giving it to Villanova University in 2021. The College Hall of Famer died September 1st due to cancer. He was 88. Dave Downey, the Illinois legend, best known for setting the school single game scoring record with 53 points, the 6'4" standout drafted 30th by San Francisco in '63, opted against playing pro, worked at Mass Mutual Life Insurance, earned a law degree, stayed in the life insurance business for more than 4 decades, a member of the Illinois Board of Higher Education. Downey died December 27. He was 84. Coaches and executives: Harold Katz brought the Sixers in 1981, enjoyed the 83 title team as owner, sold the franchise in April of 96. The businessman died January 25th. He was 87. Frank Layden, former head coach and executive for the Utah Jazz, won both awards in 1984, had his number 1 number retired by the franchise, started coaching at Niagara College, then an assistant for Atlanta, responsible for drafting and developing John Stockton and Karl Malone. Layden passed away July 9th in Salt Lake City. He was 93. Tom Cousins, the real estate developer primarily based in Atlanta, former owner of the Atlanta Hawks, brought the franchise to the city in 1968, relocating from St. Louis. Cousins died July 29th. He was also 93. Richie Adubato, the Irvington, New Jersey native, coached the Pistons, Mavericks, and Magic, including the WNBA's Liberty and Mystics between the 1970s to 2007. Didn't find much success with the NBA, but reached the finals 3 times with the WNBA's New York Liberty. Passed away November 6 at 87. Barry Mitchell passed December 17. Didn't play in the NBA but the CBA. The father of current Oklahoma City Thunder AJ Mitchell. Barry was 60. The men we honor were more than just numbers or highlights. Their impacts reach far beyond basketball. As the league continues to move forward, it's important we remember and celebrate those lost within the NBA community. Their legacies live on. Rest in peace.